Great crowd on hand here for a noon tip-off between the Gamecocks and the Buccaneers. Our officials today are Joseph Vasily, Felicia Printer, and Kristen Bell. And the tip is won by Charleston Southern. The Buccaneers at 4-8 overall, averaging 51.6 points per game, shooting 33% from the floor, 26% from three. Turnovers have been an issue this season for Charleston Southern. They try to keep that in check today against South Carolina. Alben, no good, an offensive rebound, and the putback no good for Jones. A third opportunity. The Bucks don't score in that possession. South Carolina averaging 80.4 points per game. Pow feeds Fagan. And it's a turnover for the Gamecocks. So shooting 47% from the field, 31% from three. The starting lineup for the Charleston Southern Buccaneers: Madison Adamson, Sanaya Jones, Shemai Muhammad, Kaylin Ellis, and Catherine Alben.
A lot of experience on this Bucks team, especially in their starting five.
There's a steal for Sanaya Fagan. And she converts off the glass. Ellis has been good for Charleston Southern behind the arc of late. Instead, it's Muhammad for three. An offensive rebound for Sanaya Jones.
We got a shoe off.
Adamson's baseline jumper, she gets the bounce. Charleston Southern 2-5 away from the Buck Dome. The whistle and the foul is going to go against CSU. Jones all checking out for CSU. Pow hits the first. Pow with the steal. She intercepts the pass. Finds Kipps up ahead. Chloe Kitts. He's double teamed. Again, fights through two Buccaneers. Offensive rebound for Fagan, and she's fouled. It's on Adamson, her first. Fagan talked about her efficiency, 7 for 10 from the field. Coach Staley certainly changed the culture at Temple and has done so here at South Carolina. Off the glass and in for Kashanti Nichols, a senior forward. And despite coming off the bench, she's their third leading scorer. So, to your point, she brings that production. Edwards.
Compete in high school at Camden, compete for state championships, soccer state championships, volleyball state championships. She does it all, and we can see that athleticism translate.
Player of the Year, Gatorade National Player of the Year. She had double digits in her debut. 10 points against Michigan. There's an easy bucket for Elena Nettles. Nettles had 4 points and 4 rebounds in the win against South Carolina State on Tuesday. Edwards can't hit. And a rebound for Nettles, and the Bucks look to push. This is Alben, who goes coast to coast.
Coach White told us that Alben can do a down and back in 8 seconds. She's one of the fastest players on this team, and we just saw that speed on display.
They're second in the Big South in scoring at 13.5 per game. Had a team-high 15 points in only 15 minutes on Tuesday in that win against South Carolina State. Nettles and Alben in the backcourt, two outstanding athletes for the Buccaneers. This is Alben. And now Nettles. Bailey looking for a window of space. She finds it. Tessa Johnson for three. Off the mark. With the career-high 19 points in the national title game last season against Iowa. Did so as a freshman. Muhammad, that's good.
Muhammad shooting 26%.
And McDaniel in the paint. Adamson, a terrific pass to Bailey.
Great cut from Bailey, way to be active. See that backcourt, beats her one-on-one player, but awesome court vision there for the Bucks.
They lead 15-10. We approach the end of the first quarter. Bree Hall on the drive. She draws contact.
To get up to that 5 and 5 out, that 10-man rotation is what we see with South Carolina as well, when you just have a lot of bodies.
Does not go in for Bree Hall. She hits the second. Alben gets help from Ellis. There's no space for Kaylin Ellis.
Maybe anything's possible.
No chance at a shot for McDaniel, and that'll close out the first quarter.
You see, it's not just Clarice White anymore that believes the Buccaneers have a chance to climb the ladder at the end of the season. Guys.
Thanks so much, Kate. It's been quite a climb for the Buccaneers. And that program ladder, and then, of course, degrees, leaders, champions. That's what's at the top. That's what they're hoping to accomplish.
Yeah, I like that word delusional that Kate used, and that's also what Coach White used. She said, you know, I love that my players are buying into this crazy vision.
Bree Hall for 3. 5 seconds for Alben. The fall away, not close. The second opportunity, that won't go. Talk about minutes. It's been limited minutes this season for TAC. Only a couple on Sunday against USF. Take some minutes early on here in this one. Trying to get it to her in the post. Instead, they swing it around the perimeter. Daniel kicks it out to Hall. Bree Hall in the paint. In and out. But the putback is good for Sinai Fagan.
Fagan sandwiched between two Bucks, but able to reach up, use her length and power, embracing that physicality to finish.
Fagan has 6. The Gamecocks have the lead, 16-15. Nichols baseline. And she's fouled by 10. Nichols electrifying, Mylisha Full-Wiley is checked in for South Carolina. Full-Wiley, Zach, Fagan, and Pow Pow. McDaniel connects.
Maddie McDaniel can not only facilitate with her amazing assist, but she can create on her own, taking that open shot, knowing she can finish.
She's got 4 points. Nichols, shot fake. Now it's Jones. Good-looking baseline jumper for Sanaya Jones. For Wiley, steps back. Alben looking to push for the Bucks, finds an open Ellis.
Dave, there's a reason why they call her Ashlyn Watkins. She gets a hand in there even on the three-point shots.
And she converts on the offense again. Second in the SEC in blocks per game a season ago behind her teammate Cardoso. There she is with the rebound.
Looks like Kashanti Nichols is a little injured, hobbling up the floor here.
Raven Johnson. She loves to travel. She's passionate about giving back, and certainly a terrific fit at CSU. They get it inside to Jones. She was denied by McDaniel. Raven Johnson the other way, pulls up and hits.
All right, Maddie McDaniel, the 5'9", the smallest player on the court right now, able to get that block there, and then that defense igniting the offense for Raven Johnson.
That was 5'9" against 6'4". Nettles. Five for Full-Wiley. Kitts has to hurry, gets it up. Ashlyn Watkins is fouled on the putback attempt, and she'll head to the line. 57% free throw shooter. Gets the first. Spin move from Nettles. The floater off the glass is no good. Here's Raven Johnson the other way. Up ahead to Edwards. That was deflected by Adamson. For Wiley. Doesn't get the bounce, but there's Watkins once again. Nichols checked by Edwards. Now it's Bailey. Muhammad.
There it
Hits
is.
another one. In her second season at CSU after starting her career at the JUCO level. Watkins hands off to McDaniel. No room for McDaniel. Instead, it's Edwards inside and one.
Freshman able to produce so much for this team already. She does lead the team in turnovers, though.
Bailey, a nice move. She cuts inside. Is bothered by Full-Wiley. Elijah Full-Wiley with the magic.
She just looks up YouTube videos. And so we don't know where that one came from, but maybe some inspiration via YouTube.
She's just a highlight reel. Alben a deep three.
Holy cow.
Yeah, 3 for 8 from behind the arc, and all 3 tough makes, Amanda. Pow tries to respond for South Carolina. She's short. Talks about her ability to fill it up. 20-point games against Mercer and North Dakota State. Here's the floater. That won't go, and that's how the first half will end.
Giving Carolina the lead.
63 straight wins here inside CLA for the Gamecocks. Looking to make it 64 today. That last loss in 2020 against NC State. We're underway here in the second half. Raven Johnson looks to push, gets it up ahead to Pow. Her pass is picked off by Catherine Alben.
Right idea, but the Bucks were there. Anticipation. Great job, Charleston Southern.
Adamson. Now it's Nettles. And a tie-up and a jump ball called. Coach White told us has to stay on the floor. She fouled out in those tough power conference games you mentioned a moment ago. Especially
for a game like today where Jones is a big force down there that can match up with the Gamecocks. You can see South Carolina picking up right at that half court. They're on these shooters. They don't want any more of those deep threes in the second half.
It's an 8-point lead for the Gamecocks. Alben on the drive. She's denied by Raven Johnson. Raven's such a good defensive player. 17 steals in the NCAA tournament last season. The putback for Catherine Alben. Goes around the Watkins screen. Now it's Bree Hall from the wing. Johnson keeps it alive. They get inside to Fagan, who feeds Watkins. Inside, it's Nia Jones.
Jones putting it up and in over 2 defenders.
Jones, who leads the Bucks in field goal percentage, also rebounds, blocks this season. Didn't score on Tuesday, only took 1 shot at South Carolina State. And there's a steal for Alben. She motors up the floor. Get up the court faster than anybody. Now teaching her college game speed. It's not always one speed. There's Bree Hall from the corner.
Bree already hit one earlier in that first half.
Adamson.
You like that shot, wide open, just in and out.
Fagan. Smooth baseline jumper. 10 seconds for Nettles. An open look for Bailey. And a rebound for Tina Pow. They get inside to Fagan, kicks it right back out to Pow.
That is textbook in and out play right there. Pass it into Fagan. Fagan doesn't even take a look at the bucket. Sees Pow wide open and knows that's the shot.
It's not necessarily because you're playing bad. Even the starters that are sharing minutes with the bench, it's because, you know, sometimes someone is just playing well, and that leads to less minutes for others.
Yeah, Coach talking about how she had a conversation with Bree Hall about it, too, where Bree was kind of doing 15 minutes, but it's a lean 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes where you're putting up good points, putting up good numbers, moving the score forward. So not a terrible problem to have when you have so many great players.
Edwards draws contact. Significant margin between first and second.
And to have that level of efficiency, is excited about her difference from Raven Johnson having 2 different types of point guards. So
deep, both for the men and the women. Muhammad kicks it out. Speedy Alben gets inside. Oh, what a finish. She's fired up.
Great ball movement, awareness of her body as she kind of warps around the defenders.
Alben's in double digits once again. She has 11. There she is with the steal. Catherine Alben will head to the line.
Yet she's so speedy, but the game has slowed down for her. She's able to make smarter decisions.
They've got a 3-5 this semester, and Coach White is extremely proud of Catherine Alben. Pow. Now McDaniel on the drive. Up and under. McDaniel's the number 12 overall recruit in the class of 2024. It's the second. As you mentioned earlier, Amanda, just a little bit of a different look from Raven Johnson, but it's great for Coach Daly to have that versatility in her point guard play. Edwards fighting for the ball. She comes up with it. And it's Pow the other way for South Carolina. Tina Pow and one.
Pow has been pretty silent this game.
Nettles comes up limping a bit. Ahead of the pack, it's Johnson. Watkins defensively for South Carolina. Watkins feeds Edwards. Edwards, another opportunity.
Joyce Edwards, such a motivated player. You can tell she wants it. She wants to develop. She wants to get better. And there she is following her own shot for the putback.
Largest lead for the Gamecocks, 54-36. Adamson unable to hit the three, and that's how the third quarter will end.
Well, Coach White has a podcast. She created a podcast as a way to use her platform as well, so coaches being able to find things to do off the court as well.
A steady increase in wins here at South Carolina. Coach White going to do the same. Charleston Southern.
Game high for the team, and she was supposed to be a part of the rotation last season but had a shoulder injury, so they weren't able to do what they wanted to do.
Preseason, the top three of the Big South Conference. Home run pass, trying to get it to for Wiley. It's knocked out of bounds. Johnson for three. Gets her own rebound. Edwards inside, one-on-one, converts.
Gets another chance here.
And the layup for Raven Johnson.
This time a little jump stop.
Nichols. Muhammad was denied by Watkins. Thinking about how good an athlete Ashlyn Watkins is, the first South Carolina player to dunk. That was in her freshman year against Clemson. First to dunk. It's a very connected group. They all like each other, like spending time with each other. Coach Daly mentioned,
how fun they are and how energetic they are and how loose they play. Because when she had the freshies a couple years ago, they were really locked in on the mission. But these players, they love basketball and they love to win, but they also love to have fun.
Edwards, double team, she kicks it out. Johnson for three. Got it. Her first three of the day. She has 9 points. Ellis gives it a try. Shot no good, and a rebound for Ashlyn Watkins. For Wiley. Tough shot, draws contact.
So she stepped up in almost every aspect of her game the last couple times out.
This season, she was 0 for 13 from three. But in the last 6 games, 9 for 21 coming into today. So really heating up. Joyce Edwards Continues to assert herself.
Joyce Edwards will always be where you see those hustle plays, those free balls, those loose balls.
In the corner, that's Ellis. A rebound for Raven Johnson, who looks to push. Johnson feeds Edwards. And one.
The bench going crazy for the freshman Joyce Edwards. Make that 18 points. One of the biggest storylines headed into this season was the loss of Camila Cardoso to the WNBA draft and what post players they're going to look towards. And they're learning that it's going to be by committee, and Joyce Edwards is a part of that committee.
Another opportunity up ahead for Tessa Johnson. They lead 73-38. It was a close game in the first half. That foul's going to go against Ashlyn Watkins to the free throw line. The first player that Coach White brought into the program through circumstances. She was open to recruitment again. Does a lot of those little things that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Well, that's why she's a captain. She's a vocal leader as well as a leader by her actions.
And she's been here through this entire rebuild for CSU. It's the second free throw.
Getting opportunities from her teammates because they believe in her to score.
Donald's All-American, played for the USA basketball women's under-18 national team. Almost the and one.
We talked about her consistent growth over the past couple of years. She's preseason first team All-Big South. They expect her to do some great things in conference play.
She spoils Chick-fil-A here inside CLA. Add that to the stat sheet. Love what she saw from her team, especially in this first half today. Showing the ability to compete with the #2 team in the country, and that should certainly bode well for Big South play. A deep three from Ellis. Offensive rebound for Nichols. Here's Adamson.
Yeah, and Coach White talked about, they don't shy away from competition, playing those big teams like UNC here. Tessa Johnson with the lay-in. They want to be ready for that.
This game will certainly help them do just that.
Running up and down the floor. For Wiley, nothing but net there. And the biggest thing Dawn Staley wanted to prioritize for today and heading into the holiday break is to be able to build on each game so that they're ready for SEC play.
Adamson hits the tough shot.
Adamson with 9 so far today. Oh, wow.
Daniel feeds Fagan. Oh, pretty pass from up ahead, finds Nichols. Tough angle. First free throw attempt of the day. 80% so far this season.
The future is bright, no doubt, here at South Carolina.
Nichols loses it out of bounds. South Carolina will be able to dribble out the clock here. Will go in the books as an 82-46 win for the Gamecocks to improve to 12-1 overall. Charleston Southern picks up their 9th loss of the season and 64 straight wins now at home, Amanda, for South Carolina.